And we're in a welcoming mode on Connecting Point tonight. Carmine DiCenso is the new executive director for the Dakin Humane Society, which guards the welfare of our animals. He comes to Dakin after years of service with the Providence Animal Rescue League. I asked Carmine what attracted him to make the move to Western Massachusetts and Dakin.
I've actually known Dakin for quite some time, the organization. I would probably say I've been a fan and admirer of the organization. I know several people that have volunteered and worked there. I actually have a history with the building. I used to work for the MSPCA many years ago in Boston, and I would often travel out to the location here in Springfield. So I felt like I knew what was happening there, and again, just really admired the organization. And when the opportunity arose to be a part of it, I thought about it long and hard and made the jump.
It's such an interesting, to me, and caring line of work to be in, to take care of animals, furry friends I like to call them. And what attracted you first to this line of work, this career?
Well, it's interesting. So I actually went to college for psychology. I used to work in human services. I worked at psychiatric hospitals, out-treatment facilities. And during that time, this is back in '96, I started volunteering at a shelter. And I found myself on a Saturday working there for like 8 or 9 hours. And I loved what I did in human services, but I probably wouldn't have done it for free all day long. So when the opportunity moved over, I saw it as like the perfect marriage of working with animals, but also with people, being able to help them connect with animals. And it was just really such a great marriage, and I've never looked back.
As you settle in with us here at Dakin and Springfield, I think of Providence. I guess the cities of Springfield and Providence, city propers are not too much different in size, but Providence metro area, a good deal bigger. Do you see any difference in the kind of things you did at Providence Animal Rescue League and Dakin, or is it pretty much same the world over, taking care of animals and their people?
Yeah, I mean, I think, there's certainly a whole slew of similarities. At the core of it, I think, people are people and animals are animals, so those things are pretty common. But there's definitely some slight differences. I mean, I think every region, every area has its kind of inside talk or, it's kind of hangouts. So I think it's really kind of learning the landscape, and sometimes when people throw kind of some of the jargon around, I don't quite exactly know what they're talking about of places to hang out. But I think in general, it's kind of the same concept, yeah.
I'm always amazed when I look at your website and I'm reminded of the fact Dakin provides services for about 20,000 animals a year. That's really an amazing number when you think of it.
It really is. It's a very impressive number. And I think, when we talk about the services we provide, I think most people associate animal shelters with homeless animals, animals coming into the organization and then being rehomed. But we actually have a bunch of services aimed at animals in homes already. So we have our spay-neuter clinic that the majority of animals working there do actually have, people attached to them. And we have our vaccination clinics weekly that people can come in, and it helps them care for their animals, which in turn helps people, because people and animals are so connected, and animals just enrich our lives so much. So when you help animals, you help people.
Talk to me about something I know you folks at Dakin are very excited about. It's called Adoption Ambassador. What's that?
So this is something new we're trying. We're actually really excited about it. And, I think some of this work comes from the fact that we always have animals up for adoption, and sometimes some of the animals might have challenges that make it harder for them to be adopted. So this is actually a program where we ask our community to help out. So people will come and foster our animals, but then take that even next step of helping those animals find homes. So a person will come in, foster a cat or dog for Dakin, or maybe a rabbit, and through their social media contacts, through walking through the park, going places, they actually try to help Dakin help that animal by getting them a home. So we're really excited about it, and we're actually looking for people to come in and be adoption ambassadors for us.
Well, what would that entail for somebody who hears this and says, I love animals, I love Dakin? How do they get involved?
So they would come to one of our orientations. We actually have a couple coming up in October where they are focused at, we give you everything you need to know to foster an animal, whether it be medical or behavioral kind of tips. And when the need is there, Dakin will reach out to you, and that need is almost always there, to have an animal come out of the shelter into your home. And we'll actually even help you with these cool T-shirts we have that kind of display the program. And it just asks people to get out there and be another voice for those animals and for Dakin to find them homes.
And it is so important. So much of what you do is about finding these forever homes for animals that need them, whether they're a special need animal that maybe needs the adoption ambassador help, or there isn't that situation. And yet even there, I know you folks work very hard to make sure it's the right match, it's the right pet for the family and the right family for the pet.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of counseling, what we do is we certainly don't consider ourselves like the adoption police, like you can have an animal and you can't. But we have an open approach to really making sure that it is a good match, right? Because, not every animal in every home are compatible. And I think to make people and animals happy, you have to find those right matches. So it's really about kind of talking to people about what their expectations are. What is it you're looking for in a companion animal, and what are you looking to add for your home? And that off-the-wall cat that like runs for hours a night might not be the one for you. Maybe this older lap cat is the one for you. And it's really about trying to make that connection that's going to work best in the home, and we want to be there to support that and help people through that process.
I mean, I understand what you mean by saying you don't want to be the adoption police, but at the same time, I mean, somebody doesn't just walk in the door down at your shop and say, hey, give me an animal. I mean,
no,
that's,
right. They meet with the
process.
adoption counselors, but we try to have it, we want it to be friendly and happy, so we want like the first interaction to be a smiling face and helping them through that process, right? So that, you would meet with an adoption counselor, but we want it to be, because it is a happy thing. It's great that people are coming in the door to adopt animals, and we want to make sure we're pairing people and animals for success.
Yeah, we don't want to scare anybody away either.
No, not at all. But we want you to come in those doors.
I'm always amazed, too, at the breadth of the clientele you serve at Dakin. We think dogs and cats, but I know at any given time you've got rabbits, you've got gerbils, you've got birds, you name it, it's come through your door.
Right. I think those are all there right now that you just named. Yeah, and I think that surprises people. I think people think dog and cat when they think animal shelter, but we always have small animals. Rabbits are pretty much a staple. Guinea pigs, hamsters, and they're can be great companions. So that if people are thinking about adding a small animal or a bird, come down to Dakin because you likely will find one.
Well, Carmine DiCenso, new executive director, Dakin Humane Society. Appreciate you coming in. Welcome to Western Massachusetts. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it.